Hello all. I've had a lot of questions about the intercooler kit because I don't know if I want to say kit, but intercooler, because I showed it when I was looking for a downpipe, and a lot of people were asking me questions. This is an alternative to Snob, Fuzzy, what's another one, DO88. Those are all great kits, but as we know, they cost money. So in the CX Racing one, apparently that one removes your ability to put the fog lights in, so this is an alternative. And it's cheaper, but if you want more details and pictures, you can skip to closer to the end of the video and you'll kind of see more pictures and I guess a little more detail. But just wanted to explain real quickly for the people that were curious. Yeah, let's get to it. So I had to do like you would probably, let me think, would you have to do this? You might not have to take this cover off, but I did because I had the radiator out. I had to replace it and I ended up putting a DO88 radiator in there, which is working great so far. But you might have to take this off. Could probably leave the headlights in. I had to pull this one, but I'm just going step by step on essentially what I did. I put the intercooler, pulled the stock intercooler. I pushed, if you notice, this isn't in the hole that it should be. So I pushed the condenser back and mounted it up against the radiator instead. So now the intercooler is sitting in front, as you can see. I don't really need to say that, but it's sitting in front. So it's getting all the nice cool air. I just drove it. This side's warm, and I kid you not, this side is pretty much ice cold. So it's doing its job pretty well. But yeah, it's much better than, my dad got the DO88 intercooler that's kind of just a drop-in, and I mean, it works well. It's anything's better than stock, but for as much as he paid for it, it's not super impressive to me. And I think that's because it's sandwiched in between the condenser and the radiator, and it's causing heat soak to happen real quick. So maybe if we somehow relocated it to the front, it'd be a lot better, but who knows. Anywho, sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent. Condenser moved back, mounted that to the radiator, pushed the intercooler into the approximate location I wanted it. I'm not too happy with where it is because it's hard to see on camera, but I have a mark here and a mark here, and I wanted the core to line up better. Not necessarily, I think it was supposed to be an inch and about an inch and a half, yeah, between this line and the core, if that makes any sense. And so that way it would line up with a bumper. But as it kind of turned out, that's kind of difficult to do with the way the intercooler piping was routed. So I'm sure you could do it if you really wanted to, but this intercooler is a little long for that. So, long. So what I ended up doing, I actually didn't even need to take this over the engine pipe off. I got some eBay special intercooler piping, which I actually have way too much left over, but I have this long straight pipe, and as you'll see, I'll show some pictures right about probably now. I ended up cutting this, the stock pipe that goes around into the stock intercooler, and I cut it because the way this intercooler, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, yeah, right there, the way that piping goes up, I can't really force it to go closer that way. So I cut this pipe up because it turns out it bends like that, and that was perfect. And it's a little smaller than 2.5 inches, which I believe, 2.5 inches, which is the size of the rest of the piping, so it's kind of a pain in the ass to get on there. But you can do it if you really, try. So slip that on there, and then I have more pictures I'm sorry, it's kind of dirty because I've been driving it and I went to the track. But I have more pictures of the way that this pipe looks separate from the intercooler, which I'll probably show now too. And yeah, and then that just goes in the intercooler. But something I have to note is, at least with the 2004 to 2005, the condenser is a little different. So I've heard, so it's kind of hard to say because I know for sure the 04s are like this, but I thought that my buddy Daniel's 05 had a different condenser because we didn't have this issue, but I don't know. So I had to get this condenser, and I actually had to bend it back. You just have to bend it very carefully, or else it sits right about here, and it pretty much blocks any chance of getting piping there. So you have to bend it back a bunch, and it's kind of sitting like that, you know, if that makes sense. But it still works. AC's fine. Just be very careful if you're doing this. I have obviously piping going in there, and this side was pretty straightforward. I actually cut this 90-degree a little bit off the edge, so it would be more of a straight like that instead of bending and kinking. But then it just goes up into a 90-degree actual pipe. Yeah, you can see it right there, an actual, you know, metal pipe, and that goes into a 45 here, which I'll get into that bung in a second. 45 silicone, which then goes into a 45-degree aluminum pipe, and then another straight pipe, and that is the stock throttle. What would you call that? Throttle hose, throttle piping. I don't know exactly what you would call that, but yeah, I cut that off, put this straight little silicone piece, and so this is, here, I can take, it's tightened, but you can see it well enough. I actually got this pipe from my friend Daniel. Again, I'll probably show his at right now. He has a sweet S60R. Right now it's making like, I think it's like 500 crank or something. It's pretty gnarly. It's on the 85. Anyways, yeah, so what he did is he got this little flange for the map sensor and had a local shop welded on, and he drilled a hole and then had a local shop welded onto the that 45. And I actually have the map sensor held on with a cut, one of these intercooler pipings, and a hose clamp, because I don't have the right screw and I didn't want to strip it, so I just wanted it to work. And I was really wanting to drive it because it had been sitting for a long time because I was so busy and I got sent broken parts. So, God, this engine bay is hot. But yeah, and then it goes into this 45-degree right there, and if you can see, yeah, you can, there's a pipe right sticking into it, and that's kind of janky, but it'll do. If you're a better welder, and well, if you are a welder, I can't fucking weld at all, so you can put a bung there and then just put the evap line there. But this one, we have it, I think there's like a nut clamping it down, and there's some sealant, so there's no leaking. Actually, I'm surprised, but there's no leaking, and then the evap line just goes into that. I'm sure there's 1,000 other ways you could do it, but I just wanted to show the general idea. Please don't tear me up in the comments, because this is my first time doing an intercooler, and I wouldn't say I'm super happy with it, but it holds boost. And it's pretty solid, so and especially without a welder, you know, what can I can't really complain that much. Maybe helpful to some, show you how really realistically simple it is. But yeah, then I'll add some clips of, I guess, doing it and the process that led up to it. I just wanted to have a general explanation. Sorry if that was long-winded again. I talk a lot. Anyways,